Let's talk about governmental intervention. Why does it happen? What for? And with which results? So the best options are free market, and we have already seen that. Would you like to recap me why? This was last time. Free market is the best.
I'm trying to find where it starts. Right down there. Okay.
But there are failures. What is a market failure?
When a business or a firm perhaps can't goes bankrupt, I think.
Well, that's a bankrupt, but it is not a market failure. The market fails whenever there are unallocated resources. Unallocated resources. And to solve this, the government kicks in. What are possible causes of market failures?
Maybe the price of the good, market, the market good is high, and there's no demand for it. So the government has to set a fixed price.
Yes.
Or the price floor.
This is an example. This is indeed an example. What else?
When the price is too low, I mean the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Too low, too much demanded, but not enough supply.
Okay, so these lead to two main type of intervention, which is the price ceiling and the price floor, and we have already seen that. But what new are we here to have a look at? We have externalities. We have public goods. What else? Merit or demerit goods. Information. Monopoly. Would we like to make some examples?
Externalities could be
Pollution. Pollution is the best example of negative externality. Okay. What about public goods? Okay, what happens in case of externalities and what happens in case of public goods?
Sorry, just one question. When one good that's complementary, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mix up complementary goods. Public goods. What's public goods? An example of a public good?
Not really, not only an example of public goods, but what happens when we have externalities and what happens when we have public goods? What is the problem with those ones? In relation to government intervention,
maybe public good is unsafe.
Public goods are underprovided. Why? Why is that?
because public goods are well accessible.
Non-excludable and
Yeah,
non-rival.
yeah.
What about pollution instead?
Mm,
Because non-excludable.
because for pollution, it's the factories that don't care about uh, polluting when they're, for example, manufacturing something in the factories.
So this is, on the contrary, overproduced. Can you understand what I'm writing?
Yeah,
Okay,
kind of. Yeah.
thanks goodness. So the problem is that we have too much of this and too low of that, too little of that. And these are the reasons why government must kick in. So externalities and public goods straightforwardly require a governmental intervention. Now, what about merit demerit goods? Very quickly about these ones.
Merit and demerit goods.
Often, consumers misjudge the true value of a good. So, for instance, cigarettes are over demanded, and for instance, education or vaccines. Okay, vaccines is a little bit, um, arguable as argument after, debatable as argument after COVID. But you often they are underused, and this is again a moment where government wants to kick in to set again things on track, if I can convey the message. Do I?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, good. So what are the governmental policies when we have such problems? And we may want to type it because this is basically a list, so I can happily do that.
Okay. Yeah, typing would be.
Okay, so let me write here as a text, and then we we choose it wherever we want. Okay, so negative externality. What is the way the government can fix it?
Maybe they could set boundaries and limits to the factories.
Taxes, indirect taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Positive externality. The contrary of a tax is a subsidy.
Oh yeah, right.
What if, for instance, the housing market is too expensive?
The housing market.
How would the government affect this?
Uh, Rents being too high.
This is the problem. What would the government do in this case?
The pricing schemes of setting a max amount of
Price
that kind of
ceiling,
price.
indeed.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we are going to have a look at what are the possible consequences of this. So, what about wages too low,
Mm, Minimum wage.
which is called market
Uh,
market
so
floor?
called.
market floor.
Oh yeah, market floor, right?
So what about public goods?
Public goods.
The government is going to provide it.
Right.
What about pollution, for instance?
But we did pollution, no?
Well, yes, but we did in negative externalities, not only pollution. But I want to give you this over as a fact because it is important and very often asked in IB or AS as well as A level examples. So it's a worldwide example or real world example, as you want to call it. So the cap and trade, ever heard of?
I don't think I've ever heard of it, no.
Okay, I will talk to it very quickly. So, what in case of wealth inequality? So you know the poorest has $10,000 per year, and the richest has $200,000 per year. How to fix this?
Tax the rich?
Yes, progressive taxes. Very good. Okay, so let me talk a little bit about the tradable permits. So look, yeah. So this is the supply of, I don't know, steel with the corresponding supply of pollution, and this is the demand of pollution. So when the social marginal cost is higher than the private marginal cost, like for instance this one, this is the private marginal cost, which means that it is low. So for the steel producer is cheap to produce pollution, and so he's going to produce a lot.
All right, okay.
But the social marginal cost is higher because someone pays for this extra fish dying or extra bees dying, you see? So the social marginal cost is high, and eventually the demand reduces, can you see? And this was the demand at the private marginal cost, and this is the demand at the social marginal cost. So let me write it here, Q private, and here Q social. How can we, solve this externality? I am going to show you this one time, and it is going to be the same for all the others, okay? So we put a tax here that increases the costs. So the tax shifts up the supply curve because it increases the costs. If this is the new supply curve, what is the demand going to do?
Sir, just 1 second, sir. My computer went off. If this is our new supply curve,
Yes.
the demand would go down.
Because the meeting, I mean, the intersection point of demand and supply is going to be this one. So the negative externality has been internalized. So this is the effect of indirect taxes. Okay. Now, what about the tradable permits? Tradable permits. This is something that was going down in California not too much time ago. So, the Californian state issued, I don't know, a cap for the CO2 emission for firms, which was, I don't know, say 50 billion tons a year. This was the top, the cap. If you were to produce more than that, you would be fined and eventually go bankrupt because you had to close your activity. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Okay. But what if, cap, what if you were to produce 30 billion tons a year? So this 30 is a lower figure than the 50 that you could produce, right?
Right.
So what would you do? You sell the extra 20 billion tons per year. And this is an incentivation. Is an incentivation to go green. And how else is this motivation, let's say, acting? If you were to produce 70 billion tons a year, what would you do then? You would buy the extra 20. Would it?
Yeah.
But if you buy it, it means that your costs go up.
Yeah.
And it means that your supply goes down, correct?
Yes.
And so eventually you come to this curve here. So whether the government puts a tax or a tradable permit, it works the same. Because firms that were producing too much are going to face new costs. What is the difference between the tax and the tradable permit? What, in your opinion, is going to be better? Working better, I mean.
It really depends on the type of good. So you said, as you said, the trading permits limit the supply, right?
Yes.
So the production is limited.
Yes.
That this would be good for more of, let's say, expensive goods.
Okay, but this works the same even if you put a tax. The only difference is whom does the money go to? A private or the government?
Oh, okay.
This is the only basic difference. Good. A very similar argument can be put forward for subsidies. If the social marginal benefit is greater than the private marginal benefit, we need a subsidy to shift supply down. I would like to give you as a small homework to draw a similar graph only for benefits, like this one. Let me write it. So homework. I haven't gotten any answer of your of the homework I gave you on Tuesday. Anyway, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Anyway, homework. Draw.
Couldn't,
No worries. Draw a similar graph for benefits. Subsidies. I haven't explained, but I showed you what happens when there is too much of production, so overproduction. What happens when the things are underproduced? And I would like you to think on your own and eventually send me something.
Okay.
Good. Now, we still have some good time. So let's try making some exercises together with numbers. How do you like it?
With numbers?
I mean, yes. Okay, very good. So then let's go, I don't know, let's go, well, I will go here and then you're more than welcome to move it wherever you wish. So let's take an example of negative externalities. So there is pollution. So firm produces good plus pollution. The demand, which is the marginal benefit, has a dependence of P equals 24 minus Q. The private marginal cost is as easy as P equals Q, so it is linear with the demand. While the social marginal cost is higher by 6 units, like this. Question 1, well, A. Find equilibrium quantity and price. The next question, just for you to have to help yourself, is find the socially optimal quantity and price. You are more than welcome to start drawing it here. Just make it small, sketch it small, and then enlarge.
Oh, turns out I have the iDraw app. Interesting. So, sorry, that's D right here, right?
Yes.
which stands for demand.
Demand, which is the marginal benefit. Yes.
Which is equal to price, which is 24 minus quantity.
The dependence is price equals 24 minus quantity. Yes. We can make it, just like this. We can make it like this.
Does that change anything?
It's just more coherent with the rest.
So all of these dots also may mean equal.
Means explanation of what is going on.
Okay.
We could put a semicolon. We could put a dash. We could put any other character, but not equal, because that's not math. It's just a description.
Okay. The first task is what?
Find the equilibrium quantity and price.
So let me just write that down. Okay. What are we given here? PMC is price.
Private marginal cost.
Okay. Higher marginal cost. Okay, so the first one is find equilibrium and price.
Yes, equilibrium quantity and price.
So we know that price is equal to 24 minus Q.
Yes.
It says price is equal to Q.
That's the private marginal cost.
But doesn't that still correspond?
Indeed, that was the, smart feature. So at equilibrium, let me write it. So at equilibrium, the quantity supplied must equate the quantity demanded. But here we have two possible supplies, because we have the private marginal cost, which is the private supply, and the social supply. And which must be chosen? In the first case, of course, it's going to be the private one. So solve this.
Yeah, that's private.
Yes.
In which price equals quantity.
Yes. How much is Q and P in this scenario?
I'm not sure.
Okay. So we set this one there, and we have that Q equals 24 minus Q. So 2 Qs equals 24, and 1 Q equals 12. And then we place it like there, and we find that P is equal to 12.
Wait. Where did it get to? P. Q and P is equal.
No, this is just Q.
Right, but why is it 2P?
No, that's 2Q. I'm bringing this one to the other side. We have this equation, look. We have x equals 24 minus x. How much is x?
24.
No.
Oh wait, 2x.
2x is 24, 1x is 12. And I don't want to put some, sodium chloride on the wound, but we may think about having a math pill sooner or later just to fix these linear equations.
But I don't take math.
Yes, but you need it in economy.
Oh.
You need it in life as well. I think one session could be more than enough. Okay, so 12 is the equilibrium quantity and price.
Okay, so we just write 12 here. We just write 12 here. And we draw like little dashes. That's equilibrium. This.
Okay, let me put the demand, supply. Yes, very good.
Shortest lines.
Oh, come on.
A bit pretty. Like this.
You can redo it after our lesson whenever you would like to spend time on homeworks. Okay, that's good. Now, what are the social optimum values, though?
P equals Q plus 6. We already know what's P and Q, no? Oh, it's different here.
Exactly. That's the point. That's the point. That's the point.
Okay.
That's the smart point, by the way.
P equals 24 minus Q. Then we have P equals Q plus 6. So, can we do that?
We must do that. There is no other way.
Oh my god, 9.
Yes, but unless you write a 2 here, that's going to be wrong.
But why? We have 2 Q's, no?
Yes, but you didn't write 2 Q's. You wrote Q2, Q2,
Oh, yeah.
which is not the same thing.
Okay.
So yes, you may want to write Q2 equals 9, which is good.
Oh, can I copy that?
Oh, you do?
No, I can't. I don't know how to do it on an iPad. Okay.
Oh, you just keep pressed until a menu pops out and you touch, you tap copy.
Oh, no, it only gives me to paste. It doesn't matter. So yeah, we find that Q is 9.
Hence the price
so
is...
Then P equals 24 minus 9 equals 15.
Right. And now draw, please, on the same graph. Here.
For P, 9 for Q. Should go somewhere like here. But then we would have to shift the demand, no?
Not the demand, but the supply.
Oh yeah, supply wall. That would
Yes.
be a decrease.
Exactly. And what is the tool? So what is and how much is actually the tag, the Piguvian tax that the government must introduce in order to internalize this externality?
Piguvian tax?
Yes. I'm going to explain what it is right now. It is easier said than done. actually easier done than said. The tax is this one. And how much is it?
I don't know, about 19 for price, 12 for quantity.
Oh, they only introduce one thing. So the distance is 6, because you gotta measure this vertical distance at the equilibrium point. So
Okay.
either that distance or this distance, it doesn't really matter because these two lines are parallel, right? So the distance between S prime and S, the vertical distance, is going to be 6 in this case. So the Piguvian tax is the distance, or we can write it like this, the difference between the supply curves. And this is equal to 6.
Okay.
Finally, what is the benefit or the gain that the government is going to receive from the introduction of this tax?
Is this a triangle?
Exactly. It is exactly this triangle here. Would you like to calculate it very quickly?
So actually, that wasn't what I was trying to ask. I was asking down there in the Gregovian tax
Yes.
triangle.
Oh, yes, it's a delta. Yes, it's a difference.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, the answer was correct, so.
Okay.
Good.
We got that.
Good. Then let's go without losing any other time. We still have some 5-6 minutes, at least. Exercise 2. Price ceiling on housing rental.
So do you have a tutor session afterwards?
No. So we can go on until we have done this. No, I haven't.
Oh, I mean, okay.
So, housing problem. So the demand for housing goes like 100 minus 2p. And the supply goes like 3p. The government introduces a ceiling at p equals $15. Find equilibrium price and quantity. B, the equilibrium after government intervention. C, calculate the consequences.
price is 15.
The price ceiling is 15, yes. But first I would like you to calculate the values in absence of any governmental intervention.
I actually quantity demand, and how do I extract an equilibrium out of that?
We have already done it. We have just done it.
Simultaneously?
We just put them together when the quantity demanded is the same as the quantity supplied.
All right, okay. So 3p equals 100 minus 2p.
Yes.
5p equals 100. P equals 20. Now quantity.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks something like this.
It is, well, yeah, we can draw it like that exactly. Now, well, actually, not really, not really. The supply is 3p, which is very steep, and the demand is flatter. So it is minus 2p, which must be something like this. The other way around.
Try doing it with like moving him first of all. Okay, so that's our usual. Then
Yes.
it kind of shifts, right?
Not only, it shifts and pivots.
Oh, it pivots as well.
Yes, because it is steeper. It is not unitary elastic. Here, the supply is more inelastic than the demand. Exactly, like that. And the demand should be a little bit flatter. A little bit. They are still, well, at least, okay, let's call it like that, yes. The best idea would be, 1, 2, 3. So the supply must be something like this, and the demand must be something like this. Yes, something like that. It doesn't look like, but they are different. Anyway, doesn't really matter. Luckily. Now, let's take out this one and this one. Now, find.
So my computer went off charger, so I'll be on my iPad.
No worries, no worries. Find the demanded and supplied quantities at the price ceiling.
15.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be like something like this.
Yes.
Not higher than that. Quantity demanded at 15 is 60.
No.
Well, we calculated it, no?
But that was the market equilibrium without the governmental intervention. And now I want you to find the demanded and supplied quantities at the price ceiling. Yes, those 2 points.
So like 75 something, maybe.
Yeah, but without guessing, you have the formula saying it.
Formula.
Yes. You were given.
Oh, right. I thought we did the formula already, yeah, but we did it at 20. So
Exactly.
that would be 15, so that would be minus 30, which gives us 70.
Yes, not 75, but 70, correct. And what is the supplied quantity?
45.
Yes. So what happens?
To government. Oh, government.
We
After the
have,
government intervenes.
after the government intervenes, we have a shortage of 25 units.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
15, no?
no.
Oh, that's how much is demanded now. Okay, makes sense.
Good. So shall we go for another exercise? Have we still got time?
Maybe let's try.
Okay. So subsidy for a merit good, for instance, electric cars or whatever. So exercise 3.
Should I maybe write that one down?
Okay.
So subsidy for cars?
Yes. I have just, okay, as you wish.
For cars. Alright.
So the original supply was P equals 2Q. The demand is P equals 60 minus Q.
Also original?
The demand doesn't change. Subsidies affect only suppliers.
Oh, yeah, it's the clown list.
Exactly. So, as usual, A, find equilibrium. B, find the new equilibrium after the government introduces $6 per unit subsidy.
Okay, this is very uneven. That's better. Now, that's price. And that is quantity. Now, we know for every one price, there's two quantities. And for, okay, we're just going to merge those two, kind of. So 60, okay, so solving steps. 1. 60 minus Q equals 2Q.
Yes.
So 60 equals 3Q. So Q equals 20.
Yes. And P equals?
So we're just going to write that down here like 20 like this.
Mm-hmm.
And P is equal to 10.
No.
Oh, 40, sorry.
Yes.
So that will need somewhere like here. This supply would look like this.
Mm-hmm. The demand is flatter.
The demand would look like
Um,
this. But it has to start at the same points, no? It is flatter in a way.
it must be flatter.
It
Or-
is flatter.
Well, y equals 2x is gonna be like, sorry, it's gonna be like this, and y equals minus 1x is gonna be like that. Anyway, now find the post-subsidy values.
Post-subsidy values.
Yes, after the government introduces a $6 per unit subsidy.
Oh, okay. Sorry, what is this word?
Find the new equilibrium, new EQ.
Equilibrium, okay. Of the government in
After the government introduces a $6 per unit subsidy.
okay. Dollars per unit subsidy. What does that tell us? That will supply only. We know.
So, since the subsidy increases the available price, we have P plus 6 equals 2Q. Well, 2Q minus 6 equals 6. Oh dear. So 3Q equals 66. Q equals 22. Consumers pay P equals 60 minus 22 equals $38. Producers Producers get 38 plus $6, which is 44. Governmental costs, price per quantity. So we have $6 times 22 equals $32. Good. Then that's it for today. See you next time.